Hello, everybody. How's everybody doing today? I just wanted to come back and do another video. I'm having so much fun with this, and I just want to say hello and talk to you guys for a little bit. Again, I'm on my lunch break. It is so pretty outside. It is absolutely gorgeous in the city of Houston. If you're not here, I hope it's beautiful where you are too. But today I wanted to make an announcement. I am actually going to be starting a Let's Talk About series. And there will be so many different topics. It won't be focused on any one particular thing, but it is all relative to health and wellness and positive attitude and just being emotionally undefeated. I'm excited because I've been brainstorming about, what is it that I can bring to you that will get you excited and get you inspired, and so I keep a piece of paper close by because the ideas are just, they're flowing. They're definitely flowing. And so I wanted to say hello to everybody, and just let you know that I'm just so excited. As I was coming to the car, I'm singing all these different songs, and I'm just so pumped up right now. I don't know if it's because I'm just in a really good headspace. I don't know if it's because Mother's Day is coming up and I'm not expecting anything. I don't really ask for anything. I'm a very low maintenance type person. So, my kids and my husband is always talking about, we don't know what to get you because you don't ever act like you want anything. And it's true. A woman who, we by nature anyway nurture, and so a lot of times our priority is our spouse or significant other, and if you have children and things like that. And so I guess I've just kind of been in the mindset of just being concerned about them and just doing what I feel like I need to do for them. So it's not to say that I don't want things, and it's certain times of the year, and it's not necessarily Mother's Day or anything like that, but I put it out there, and sometimes I'm just self-sufficient. If it's something I want, I just budget for it, and then I just kind of do what I need to do. But so it's kind of hard to receive gifts and stuff like that from people, even if it's my husband. I know some women probably be like, girl, you better get that gift. So I'm going to get the gift. I'm sure I'm gonna get something, but it's no big deal. But anyway, I don't know if that's where the excitement is coming from, or if I'm just really, really happy. Today it feels light. It feels, stress free. I've been busy. I don't feel overwhelmed. I don't know. And here we go again with the I get it. I was showing a video to my daughter, and I was like, so she actually gave me a really cool technique to use, and I'm going to have to try to remember to implement that. I'm not sure if I'll be able to do it today. So anyway, the first video is going to be, let's talk about relaxation. And one of the reasons that this is a good topic to talk about today is because, yes, Mommy's Day is coming up, and we want to relax and feel carefree and stress-free, and, just be able to turn off, because I think as an individual, we have trouble sometimes disconnecting from the world anyway. And especially when you have small children. And so for me, that's not really an issue because I have adult children now. So my inability to turn off has everything to do with the things that I've taken on as a challenge for myself. So let's talk about relaxation. So I want to just kind of give 3 tips to learn, not to learn, because I think we all know how to relax, we just don't do it. But 3 tips to focus on for relaxing. They don't cost you anything. They shouldn't cost you anything. I should say that. They wouldn't cost me anything because it's not taking me outside of the resources that I already have. And so the first one is, I like the idea of, especially if the house is quiet, or if I can actually be in an environment, even sitting here in my car for 30 minutes. But the idea of just laying back, being 100%, and I use that term, I don't know why I use that term so much, 100%. Nothing is really 100%, if we're being honest, right? But just completely allowing yourself to be limber and relaxed, and you're not tense or anything. So say, for example, if I'm sitting here in the car, I can lay my head back on the headrest and I can just allow my arms to fall off to the side. If I have a song, or what I do, one of the things that I do when I have trouble sleeping is I have this app that's on my phone. I love nature, but not like birds and stuff. That would really freak me out. But the water, the wind, actually, when it's storming, which is really, maybe weird to some people, but that's very peaceful to me. It's kind of an oxymoron, but that's very peaceful to me, because the thunder and, the crackling of the lightning and the sound of the rain and, hitting against the window or, against the building. And so I found this app, and you can program it to include all of these different sounds, but you can also program, like some of the apps will allow you to program not just the sounds, but the actual intensity of the sound. So like if you want to hear more of the thunder over the rain, or vice versa, however you want to set it up and it's comfortable. So for me, if I was to allow myself to just kind of lay back and relax, if I'm here in my car, as I described before, or if I'm at home, then I'll get my exercise mat and I will lay completely flat and just open to the world and put that on for whatever period of time. And I say 10 to 15 minutes is to me is really good, but it just depends on the stress level you're dealing with. So that's what I would do. I will put that on and just lay there and just completely allow myself to be absorbed into the sounds and the experience of the sounds, and trying to eliminate any excessive thinking, because that's where the tension comes from. So you don't want to think about the stuff that you normally think, but that's not the opportunity to lay there and think about the millions of things that you feel like you need to do. This is a time for you to completely escape from just 10 to 15 minutes from whatever it is that you have to plan, organize, pick up, drop off, whatever. This is a time for you to just focus on whatever it is that you're hearing. I certainly wouldn't advise doing this in the quiet, even if that's relaxing for you, because we naturally will begin to think about other things that is kind of pointless for you to process like that while you're laying there. So I recommend putting on something, even if it's a little Luther, I can't sing Luther, but y'all know what I'm saying. Even if it's just something, it's just very melodic, something very soothing and comforting, and And so the second suggestion or tip is going to be, you can relax by doing, arts and crafts. If you're a person that's really good with your hands and that sort of thing, and inspires you to feel relaxed and calm and things like that. And so one thing that I picked up, I've always had we call them daytimers, but now they're called planners. I don't know if they've always been called planners and I just kind of missed it somewhere along the line, but I have several planners, and we're not going to get into that because that's a whole nother story. But I've become part of the planner community. And what that means is I find comfort in decorating my planner. So I buy, different sticker kits and stuff like that off of Etsy, and I started out printing stickers, like it's set up for you, and then you just print it out on your printer on sticker paper. And I didn't like that at all, because you had to cut that stuff out, and at some point I got frustrated, and I got to hacking away and it did not look like what it did on the picture. So I just decided, you pay for what you get, and I wanted the ease of being able to pull up a sticker, put it in my planner, and keep it moving. And so I didn't mind actually paying for the kits and stuff. And what I found is, if you tell the shop owner what it is that you want, a lot of times they'll do custom stickers and stuff for you. So you may not find a shop that actually they may not have exactly what it is that you're looking for, but you can communicate what your need is, and they will do their best to accommodate you. And I haven't been disappointed yet. I'm a Pittsburgh Steelers fan, and because of one of the young ladies who decorates her planner, and she has a YouTube channel, and I'm watching her. She's also a Pittsburgh Steelers fan, and I was able to get some Pittsburgh Steelers stickers, and they're the stickers where, like, when preseason, well, I mean, you could do a preseason, it's up to you, but I don't do preseason, I do regular season games, and they're the helmet. So you got the Pittsburgh Steelers helmet and whatever team they're playing, and then you have this little versus icon that you can put in the middle. So doing stuff like that is exciting for me, because it brings your planner alive. So not only am I organizing what it is that I need to do, the relaxation part of it for me is actually having the stickers, and it allows me to be creative. It allows me to think outside the box. It allows me to just get excited about how pretty the layouts are. And in these planners, you have the notes page, and then you have the monthly spread, and then you have your weekly spread. And so you can buy kits to kind of accommodate each type of layout. And so that's my second suggestion. If you're into arts and crafts, if you like to draw, it doesn't actually have to be arts and crafts. So I like to sing. Sometimes I'll just sit and, I used to actually write. I used to play. I'm classically trained. I don't play anymore. But I used to play the piano all the time, and that's one of the reasons, like, when I had my piano, when I was younger, my lunch money and babysitting money and all that kind of stuff I saved up, and I went and bought sheet music for a whole album. I had the Purple Rain, and I had Parade, and a lot of Prince music and stuff. And so the music was very advanced, so it took me a long time to learn it, but it was quicker for me because I played by ear. And I would listen to one of his songs on the radio, and I know I'm telling my age, but we used to push play and record, and often we would record the song from the radio, and I would be able to just play it and then learn to play that part and then rewind it, and I just kept doing that until I got it. So that was very relaxing for me. So if you're a person who is into singing or dancing, or even some people find exercising relaxing, but anything to do with the arts or arts and crafts is good. Something that's going to make you feel what's the word I'm looking for, make you feel satisfied. You want to walk away from whatever, if it's 10 or 15 minutes, half an hour. I wouldn't say an hour. To me is way too long, unless you're going to get a full body massage. That's the only exception that I can see. But to me, 10 or 15 minutes, 30 minutes is a stretch, but just finding time to do something that's going to make you feel satisfied. And so when you walk away from that, that's how you want to feel. You want to feel like, you've taken time out just for you, and just for something that helps you to unplug from whatever your norm is. You want something outside of what you normally do. And so the last tip that I thought about in the let's talk about relaxation, I'm not really sure what happened, but when I was pregnant with my son, he's the oldest, I just became thoroughly obsessed with water. And I would take 2 or 3 baths a day. Just, I would take a bath, and sometimes, and I can't even say it was the Houston weather. I was pregnant with my son during the summertime in Florida. And even though we were close to the ocean, it was still hot. It was really, really hot. And I don't know. I don't know what it was. It was a pregnancy thing, I guess. But after I got my regular bath, I mean, for the sake of actually bathing, if I got in the tub again, one more time or two more times, however many times I was doing it, because it was random. I had the tub had to be absolutely filled with bubbles, and I would sit there, and I had this sponge. I think the sponge probably was about this big, and it was so thick. And I would just sit there, and I would take, my body wash and just squeeze it in there. And I would just sit there, and the feeling of the bubbles just spilling through my fingers was so relaxing. My husband was looking at me like, what in God's name is going on with you? And I'm like, I don't know. I just, when you're pregnant, you're going through all kinds of stuff. And this is hilarious to me thinking about it, but I was a hot mess. I was pregnant with my son, and the other thing I used to do is I used to wash his clothes. He wasn't even here yet, but I used to wash his clothes because I loved how they smelled coming out of the dryer with the Dreft, and oh Lord, old school mothers, I don't even know if they sell Dreft anymore, but old school mothers, y'all know what I'm talking about. Come on now, don't let me out here hanging. But I used to love, and it was coming straight out the dryer. They couldn't just be washed in it. It was something about the heat and the smell of Dreft. Just, I sit there and I smile. And my husband came home one day and he found me sitting in the middle of the floor in my son's nursery. And I'm sitting around all these clothes, and he's looking at me like, did you go buy more stuff, or did somebody bring you more stuff? And I'm like, no, this is still the same stuff. And I'm just boohooing. And he was like, what is wrong with you? And I say, oh, I'm waiting for my baby to come. And it was not cute at all. But I kept washing his stuff, and he said, the stuff is going to be worn out before the baby even get here. So it was just weird. But along this time, I, for some reason, just became very connected to water. And those people who are into holistic medicine and things like that, if you all have any indication as to why that would be, please leave me a comment down below. Let me know what it was that I was going through. I know people, they do like natural childbirth, and I've seen people give birth like in a tub and stuff like that. Now I'm gonna tell you right now, because I couldn't have my kids naturally like that, I had to have C-section. But I'm gonna tell you right now, there is absolutely no way that I'm no drugs, no butt naked in the tub. I'm sorry. I have a high tolerance for pain, but I am a germaphobe. So imagine me in some water and you got everything that goes along with having a baby. No, ma'am. Sorry. It's beautiful if somebody else feel like they can pull it off, but for this one right here, just no. Getting back to the water. Okay, so that's because I'm way off topic. That's the last thing. So my daughter loves water. She loved water even before she came out of my womb. And I think it's because I did the same thing with her that I went through with my son. But to go sit in a jacuzzi, to go, not necessarily swim in laps like, an Olympian or anything like that. But sometimes just wading, I can only doggy paddle. I can't swim like a normal person. I'm saying a normal person, but I know that's not realistic. But anyway, I can doggy paddle. But even doing that, or just sitting in a jacuzzi, or something that has to do with water. So for me, sometimes when I really need to decompress and water is the only thing that's going to do it for me, I'll go and fill up my tub, fill it up with bubbles, put me some bath salt. And I usually, when I buy bath salt, I buy the kind that has eucalyptus and lavender and chamomile, because those essential oils are very, very relaxing. And I will put my bath salt in my bubble bath, and I have a tablet that has a keyboard, and I would set that up in the restroom And then I turn on my YouTube videos with a glass of wine, and I would just soak. I mean, eventually I'd bathe, but the water would be about as hot as I can stand it, and that's because that's what's relaxing to me. And as it's cooling off, then as before it gets cold is when I actually bathe and get out. But by then my glass of wine is finished. I've watched several videos and gotten ideas about different things, and so I'm not really thinking about what to do. But like, maybe it's a cooking, because I have a my watch later list or whatever on YouTube is like just a compilation of different things. It's cooking videos, planning videos, motivational videos, tech video, because I'm a tech head. I'm really into technology and things like that. And so it's just a mixture of stuff. And so I might get an idea about dinner just sitting in the tub because a cooking video came on, and as they're talking about what they're fixing, I'll be like, oh, I have that in the kitchen, or oh, I have that, I'm missing this, but I can substitute. And so, not that I'm looking for something to cook for dinner, but just relaxing and watching the videos, it's something will, strike my fancy, so to speak. So anyway, that's all I wanted to say. I just wanted to come and just kind of give you like 3 things to think about as far as, being able to relax and stuff like that. And I really want y'all to enjoy your day. If you can stand out in the sun and just feel the sun on your skin, for 10 minutes on days like this, it is awesome. It is just really, really awesome. And so I want to inspire you all to do that. Take advantage of days where the weather is really nice, and, wear you a sleeveless shirt, or, guys, you can go without a shirt. Unfortunately, us women, we don't need to be walking around topless, because that's a whole nother problem. But I want y'all to enjoy your day and have fun and enjoy life. So we talked about relaxation. Next time we're going to come back and we're going to talk about something else. This is our Let's Talk About series, and I invite you to join us. Please hit the red subscribe button. We ask you to like us on Facebook, follow us on Instagram and Twitter. And I will put all of our social media information down below. If you have any questions, please leave a comment. If you have a comment, please leave a comment. And I encourage your feedback. If you hear something that you feel like you want to learn more about, please engage me. I'm open for just about anything. But we'll take an opportunity to follow up with you when we see what it is that you're asking. So that's it for me, guys. Y'all have an awesome day. Bye.